Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share what I've been warming Scentsy Empty Editions for this first full week of July. I'm really excited. I am going to be going over some Bring Back My bars that I did second meltings on. And I'd love it if you would hit that subscribe button and notification bell so we could stay in touch. Just as a quick reminder, I do have a review of all my first melts of Bring Back My bar, and today I'll be overviewing my second melts where I melted them in various locations, and I also tried to mix a couple, and I'll talk through that as I get into those. I am going to quickly start with two pods that I got through. The first here is Shamrock Splash. It lists with scent notes of juicy tangerine, red strawberry, and jasmine blossom. This is an outstanding pod, and I think it might still be available in clearance, but it's retired because it was a scent of the month. But check the clearance section because this pod might be there, and if these notes, which are quite fruity and bright, sound appealing to you, it's not heavily floral. This was really great for me. I got 2 weeks in my car out of these pods, and I really enjoyed that, especially in this heat. It's amazing when they can last that long. This is the other set of pods that I got through. This is Candy Orchard, and it lists as spun sugar, raspberry, and warm vanilla. This was also really good in my car. It didn't last quite as long. I got just about a week out of it in my car, but it was still great, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm excited to have gotten through both of these sets of pods, and I think I would likely repurchase both, but of the two, I would definitely pick up Shamrock Splash again. Now into the wax bars. This is Berry Bubble Blue, and I talked about this in my warm reviews, and it was an outstanding performer on its first melt for me, and an outstanding performer on the second melt. It lists as blue raspberry, tart green apple, and spun sugar. I do think that apple gives this something unique if you like cotton candy scents. One to keep in mind that is also a raspberry scent is Imagination Land that's available, but to me, I give the edge to Berry Bubble Blue. Next up, we have Red Delicious, and this is an apple scent through and through. I prefer this to Johnny Appleseed. I think Johnny Appleseed is a good scent. It is just a little bolder than this bar in performance in my home, and I really like the blendability that I can foresee for this bar. I think it's a wonderful crisp, juicy apple, just like it says it is, and I'm looking forward to grabbing a few more of these. I find the performance to be consistent in all areas of my home. So, this is a contender. I don't know if it will go into my club, but I'm definitely going to be grabbing a few more before they go away, which would be at the end of July. Now, on to a bar that is not living on a bubble at all for me. This is Farmer's Market. Its scent notes are carrot, cucumber with a hint of rose. I was a little bit concerned about this one because I used 6 bars in my open concept and I only had 2 bars left. So I wasn't sure if I was going to love this in my office, and happily I did. So I did this as an office melt. It went for about a day and a half with just the 2 cubes. So I'm really excited to know that this can move beyond my open concept, and I'm excited to have it in my club, which it's already there. Next up is Wild Watermelon. This was a favorite to me on my first warm, and as I finished out the bar, it stayed a top performer and one of my favorite scents. I don't always have the best of luck smelling watermelon, and this is a watermelon that I can smell. I don't tend towards watermelon scents, so I don't melt them often, but I do enjoy them sometimes, and this is ripe watermelon, green apple, and sugared pineapple. For me, I just get the watermelon. It's so worth it. I think it's my favorite watermelon, and it's likely to go into my quarterly club at least. And next up, we have this, which is Happy Go Lucky, and it lists as red berries, silky orchid, and Japanese plum. This is a beautiful bar. It reminds me of like a great self care day bedroom scent. I was able to get 2 melts out of this. Typically, I can get away with 2 cubes in my bedroom, but not with this bar. This would take 4 to 6 in my bedroom. It's really light, and for that reason, I don't think it's going to end up being a repurchase. But if I saw this bar in clearance, I guarantee I would pick it up. It's a good bar. Next up, we have Surfer Chick. Now, this lists as lemon tonic, guava, sweet cherries, and blackberries. I don't get any of that tonic. There's nothing fizzy about this. To me, it smells like a perfume. It's very feminine and fruity. I do enjoy it. I think it's a really nice bar. I think I will pick up maybe one other bar, but I don't think this is a bar that's going to go in my club. It does perform at that 2 cube kind of margin for me in the bedroom. So this can go open concept or smaller bedroom closed concept, and that gives it an edge. Now, also on the cologne side, this is Dark Harbor, and it has scent notes of lime, blue green mint with watery ocean lavender, still don't know what that is, and mysterious amber. I found this to be really beautiful on my second warming. I did this in the bedroom. I had done 6 in my open concept, and then I did 2 cubes in my bedroom. I'm really enjoying this. I'm definitely picking up at least another bar because I do want to try it with lime and sugarcane, which I think is a blend that Summer Michelle came up with in the live, and Amanda the Wax Nerd shared it in my comments, and I was like, wow, I definitely want to give that a try. So I'm definitely going to be purchasing Dark Harbor, and it might end up, at least for a moment, in my club. It is lighter in performance, but I think it might age to perform a little stronger. So we shall see. Now on to a summer collection bar. This is Sunset Sky and Strawberry. It is strawberry and white woods. This is a great little performer for me. I do tend to melt this in my office or a bedroom space. I have not tried it in open concept. Um, I do think it's one that's on the bubble. I'm not confident in how it would perform in open concept, but the strawberry and white woods is a unique combination. I do pick up both notes. It's a really good strawberry to me. So it's one that I enjoy, and I don't think it will make it into my club, but it is a good bar, and I can see myself picking up a few more before the summer is over. Next up is one that will definitely go in my club at the end of the summer. This is Blue Agave and Melon, and it lists with scent notes of Desert Oasis Lush and Blue Agave with Honeydew Melon and Kiwi. I adore this in my open concept. I do think it can perform in multiple locations, but for me, I get 2.5 full days out of this bar, which for me, remember, that's 15 hours a day. So that's right around somewhere between 30 and 45 hours out of the bar, really probably around 35 because it's just that next morning that I kind of get the same beautiful melon fragrance. It's not heavy in the air, and it just is a great scent year round, I think, but particularly in the heat of the summer, I love that bar. Next up, we have from the Inside Out collection, Sadness. This list was scent notes of Dark Waters, Evening Lavender, and Bergamot. And I do think this is a very, very, very aquatic bar. It is, I think some would find this leaning masculine. I don't particularly think it leans masculine or feminine. It is definitely just a deep water scent with a beautiful lavender and bergamot, and I really enjoyed it. Next up, I have Winterberry Apple Tea. This is a retired scent. It's a part of the fall catalog, but this is a year round bar for me. I just love this winter tea. It's a beautiful note, the cranberry, apple, and honey that kind of round this out, make it a cozy scent without being a heavy scent in the air. So I really enjoy this on rainy days, on warm days, on cold days. I love Winterberry apple tea. I do, in my open concept, only get about a day and a half out of it, but it's worth it to me, and it's also really great in my bedroom and office. Next up, we have my kitchen melt of the season, which is Midnight Masquerade. It's sugared beignets, smoky vanilla, and midnight lily. If you watch my empties, you'll realize that this continues to appear because I am melting this at least once a week in my kitchen. I just really enjoy it in these hotter months. It's very good. I love that just essence of beignet. Next up from Bring Back My Bar January 2023, this is one that I have in my club, and it's vanilla walnut, and I really enjoy this bar. I use it in the kitchen quite frequently as a kitchen melt, and some of this bar did go to the kitchen. However, I also really enjoy this in the bedroom. It's one of those unique bars that it can lean either culinary or body care, and it's beautiful on its own. Just roasted walnut, vanilla bean gorgeousness. Next up is my favorite lemon scent that I've ever had from Scentsy, and this is Sparkling Yellow. I don't currently have it in my club, but I was able to pick it up in clearance, and this is just listed as lemonade, grapefruit, and pineapple. I don't know that I really discern the grapefruit or pineapple. The primary note to me is lemonade, but it's just beautiful. It doesn't lean at all cleanery. It's not astringent to me. It's just a beautiful candied sort of, without being, it's not like a sugared, like deep candy, but it's just a bright lemonade scent that I really enjoy. And so I'm glad that I have a couple of these in my collection, and that's the first one of those clearance bars away. Next up, this is another retired bar. This is from the Star Wars collection that just released in May. This is Tatooine Sunsets, and I really enjoy this bar. It lists as cardamom, pink pepper, and vetiver, and to me, this really does give you almost like the smell of the wax that you would put on a surfboard. It's beautiful. I prefer it in my office and bedrooms on warm days. It doesn't read like a spice bar to me, but I just am really enjoying that bar, so I'm glad I have it. My favorite from that collection is this indoor forest that lists as cedar wood, fir balsam needles, and eucalyptus leaves. This bar to me does not smell like a Christmas tree or a Christmas scent. I feel like they do manage to get that kind of sun coming through the leaves either in a late summer, early fall walk, or sometime in the spring. And I could and do melt Christmas scents all year long. So I think for you, if like balsam needles and eucalyptus leaves are only evocative of Christmas, then this may not be a bar that you want year round. But for me, I love it and I have been really enjoying it. So I'm a mood melter, and I would love to know in the comments below if you're a mood melter too. If you are, let me know what's your most off season bar that you've ever melted.